My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Yes. Oh man, today is an incredibly hot day where I live. It's been like 40 degrees the whole day. The humidity is like well up. The moment I step out of the house, I feel like I'm being cooked. So all I want to do is jump into the sea. And even then, I think if I go into the sea, I'll come out looking so tanned. It's just crazy. The heat is just absolutely unbearable. Yeah, and even it just makes things worse when everybody's firing up their air conditioning units, and when you step out, you kind of sense that all the air conditioning units are contributing to the heat as well. Yeah, so it's been incredibly hot. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, today what we're gonna do, I'm actually kind of interested in reviewing because we've had quite a few features that have been released. We've got the SI have now Miles is on his Twitter drops, so he's going to drop a lot of little things on Twitter, and I guess it's time for me to start looking at some of these features in a bit more detail and share with you what I expect, what I think is going to happen with the game moving forward. And I am actually very excited just based on these as well. I mean, previous editions of Football Manager, like I think it was FM17, I wasn't so like. I think in FM17, I basically told people you can just, don't buy the game. So now FM22, just from those features alone, I kind of feel a bit differently. I'm not really their nemesis, more like their champion right now. So before anything else, let's just hop in, right? So we got several things we're going to do today. First up, this is from their website, footballmanager.com, where you can find features, right? So we're just going to look at this first, right? The match experience. So if you look at, so the match experience, they're talking about a new animation engine. Now this is significant because the challenge for us when we play the game of Football Manager. Hey Leo, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. The problem we felt for a long time, and I'm talking as one of the testers of the game. I am a active beta tester for the game, and I know that there was a challenge in translating what's happening in the engine visually to people so that they can understand that perhaps the player slipped, or maybe he's trying to shift the ball from his one foot to the other foot, but he's getting his left foot and his right foot mixed up. But the problem was back then they had it on a 2D engine, right? So the 2D engine was limiting what they could do. But right now they've got a 3D engine, and it's made the animation a lot more smoother. The goal, according to them, was to create more believable actions on the ball. Now, this is something that's really, really important because we haven't had this before. Now, of course, this is a new feature, but it does mean things like, I'm hoping to see collision systems implemented sometime in the near future as well, right? Collision physics, rather, okay? They've built an entirely new system around the new addition of root motion, which means that their 3D models are based off a certain skeleton, a real skeleton, which enables them to give us a lot more movements in the 3D environment. Now, let's just get one thing straight, right? Football Manager is not FIFA, okay? FIFA feels like an animation engine done first, and then the football logic comes to fit into that space. And I played FIFA before, and I can honestly say I don't find it challenging at all at any level. I've played it many times before. Playing against the AI is just not fun. So you have to play against humans, and then after a while you start discovering all the bugs that are in the engine, and then when it stops becoming interesting, right? So we also have this. I feel that this has been a major change, right? So okay, we're gonna be able. What does these animation changes mean? Because we're going to be able to see pivots on the ball, pivots off the ball. We're going to see stumbles. We're going to even see, because they've also got a short-term stamina model. Like they talk about it here in pressing, right? They've added pressing triggers as part of a complete overhaul of the existing pressing system. Now, they also speak here about spring capacity. Now, the thing here is, it's going to be based on the stamina attribute, which means that there's a new model in the match engine, right? If they implement this, it means that they have come into and discovered that they need to include something like a stamina model for their players so that we can account for short-term sprints in the game, what a player is capable of doing, right, physically, and whether he will do that. Now tie that back into animations. With this new animation engine, they will also be able to show us players getting tired, players bending over. This is something I expect to see. And because the challenge in previous editions of the game was we'd have to guess what happens. Like, this is coming from a guy, you guys, you're talking to a guy who grew up without any 2D, all right? So when I played Football Manager the first time, there was no 2D, no 3D, no jack shit, okay? All I had was commentary mode. So we had to exercise our imaginations. Now in Football Manager, we finally get a chance to see animations to confirm what we believe. FM21, we'd had to guess, or maybe he stumbled over the ball, maybe he's done this, maybe he's done that, therefore, the animation isn't ready yet. So we had that. Now, SI is aggressively implementing all these animation little changes into the game, which I'm excited about. But what I'm more excited about is this. Now, here, we gotta be careful because they also released a screenshot. I don't know if you guys remember this screenshot, but they had it there in the screenshot about the OI. It's the OI. Are they doing an entirely new OI? I don't think so. Okay, I think they're working with what they have and implementing from there. So what this means is, within the engine, they're gonna have a new model within the engine that accounts for the stamina attribute, the sprint capacity. So what this means is, if you play a gegenpressing system, maybe for the first 15 minutes, your players, the animations will show them closing down players. But the moment some of them start getting tired, maybe their natural fitness is a bit low. Maybe they've taken a knock. That player won't be running so much. Maybe his determination is low. Maybe his body language says that he's just not into the game anymore. You might even see the player standing around, not doing anything, right? So we have to spend some time understanding how to incorporate that back into our tactics. So if we are going to make a tactic that is purely based off gegenpressing, and if our players don't have the physical capacity to do that, bye-bye. You might struggle in the last 15 minutes. Hey, hello, Tom. How are you? Welcome to the channel, man. It's also worth noting that if a squad that is lacking stamina, then playing a gegenpressing style over the course of 90 minutes isn't the best idea. It doesn't say it's going to be impossible. It just says that it's not such a good idea, which makes me believe that gegenpressing will still be a thing in Football Manager. How do you get? The thing is, I love exploiting the game, right? So how would I exploit this? Okay, you start the game, use your team talks, use your shouts. Send your boys out wide, direct, dribble less, hit the ball into space, get the opposition running after your boys as well, tire them out, okay? And then, you play that way for about 20 to 30 minutes, then you want to take a breather. Remember FM Live? We had combination team instructions we used to call shouts. You do your own combination team instruction, which is reduce your width, reduce your passing style, go from direct to short, reduce your tempo, and then you basically what you're doing is when you add reduced tempo, what you're doing is you're slowing the game down and you keeping the ball. So instead of passing the ball into space, now you're passing it to feet, moving the ball around, and that helps you catch your second breath. And then, so a lot of these gegenpressing systems, when people are going to be offering these tactics for others to download, they're going to have like one setting for you to go harakiri, go kill the opponent, and the second setting will be, hey, slow down. Let's just keep ourselves. Let's not wear the team down. Now, so you'll have to stop. Like, yeah, Tom, you're absolutely right. Seems to me now that will have to pay more attention in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Players will get tired and it will create holes in tactics. Won't be able to just sit there and watch it all play out. You're 100% correct. Because I think if you're playing a gegenpressing system and you think that it's the be-all and the end-all, the last 10 minutes, what do you have to do? You got two options. Carry on gegenpressing by getting guys off the bench who can run at defenders, which is going to be the most obvious and easiest thing to do, right? The problem with that strategy is, if you do something like that, you got to look at your backline to see if they've collected yellow cards, whether your backline is still able to perform at that level. Because if you play such an attacking system, the ball is going to come back as quickly as it, it's going to be a yo-yo competition, right? The ball goes up quickly and comes back quickly as well. So you're going to have to, I'm not suggesting that the game will get complicated. No, it's not going to get complicated. If for anyone who's been following my channel for the last 5 years, you know how I play, and you guys will have a problem with it because you guys are playing. You guys have learned how to, manage these matches, because that's how I play. I manage matches. Unfortunately for me, my Earns challenge isn't being managed very well because, I'm impatient, and FM21 is coming to an end. How do we feel about the game about now? I don't feel that great about it. Match plans might be useful now, Chigo. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Match plans in the game, let's switch over to the game Football Manager, right? So if you go to the game of Football Manager, you've got something here called match plans. You can create a new match plan. Let's call this Take a Breather, okay? All right, Take a Breather. This is your match plan called Take a Breather, okay? So let's create a match plan for Football Manager 22, okay? So we've got the tactic, we've got it loaded. So we select the match strategy. Well, let's assume this is a situation, right? Regardless of your situation in the game, drawing, winning, you have to pick this correctly. So you're going to have to create different kinds of match plans, right? So the problem with this is you have to choose like this. Okay, let's assume you're winning by 1 goal. It's a narrow game. At any time, let's call this a last. You can choose the this is last 5 minutes. This is last in 25 minutes, 45 minutes, 45, 70, 70, 90. Let's talk about this. Yeah, let's do this. The last 70 to 90th minute is the last 20 minutes of the game. It's the portion of the game where players are going to get jaded. So we got a prepared tactic. So this is the tactic. Let's assume I'm using one of my 4-3-3 tactic. What can you do? You can drop your mentality. Assume I'm playing with attacking, and you can add these shouts, right? I got a custom fluid attacking. I created a shout. How did I do that, man? Wait. Okay. Yes, you can. You can create a custom shout. I forgot that it's possible. Go shorter passing. Hey, whoa. Shish kebabs. I haven't done this in a long time, man. Okay. Then we come in here, add a scenario. Let's say we're winning by 1 goal. Into the last 20 minutes of the game, we drop mentality down to positive. We include much shorter. Where's the shorter? We got a shorter passing. I hate this. Shorter passing, add an instruction. Don't play pass it, work ball into box. It's going to be very, very dangerous, right? Then you lower tempo. Where do we have it? Lower line of engagement. You can drop your line of engagement. Okay, if you're playing with a much higher line of engagement, drop your line of engagement down to, say, a higher line of engagement, because you still want to maintain pressure. And then you drop your defensive line. Is going to be important. So you drop a defensive line to a standard defensive line. Or I'm already playing standard defensive line, so we don't drop it anymore, because lower defensive line just encourages them to shoot at you. You don't want to get yellow cards and red cards. Then you stay on feet. But what you can do here is that you can reduce your pressing intensity. Let's leave it alone. This is what we want to do. We want to regroup instead of counter, right? So we want to regroup instead of counter press. Add the other instruction. And then we go defensive with, if you go narrower at this point, what you're going to do, you're going to invite them to do crosses, right? So if you see the shape, much wider, narrower, I'm definitely on standard, which this shape is telling me right now, so I'm fine. Okay, so then we can lower our tempo, right? We go to a lower tempo. This could be my shout that says, that's my scenario. I have to do it again. I don't believe I'm doing this. I keep messing this up because I've never been doing this for a long time. But this is how you do it. You just come in here and create all the shouts that you want, and you want to slow the game down. But the only problem with this is this kicks in like a clock. All right, it will happen on the time or the score, right? You can slow the pace down, okay, and then shorter passing, slow the pace down. Where's the lowering the tempo? Okay, we can lower the tempo. This could be one of your shots. That's it. and you go in there. It's an interesting thing that I cannot create the custom shouts. They don't give us custom shouts. There's one here. You see this? Custom fluid counter attack. How the hell did I do this? There is a way to do this. This is a shout, right? Which is when you combine several together. I have to figure out how I did this, man. How in the world did I do this? Edit scenario. Yeah. Man, I have to figure it out. I must have done this while I think I did this while I was in a semi, you know, lucid state. Sometimes when I play the game, I can be quite I can be quite strange, right? I'm not looking at this. I do things that I don't understand myself, right? So yeah, because we can add shouts here. I don't know how this happened, man. It could have been part of the game. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you can use match plans, but will I be using match plans? I don't think so. I probably will not be one of those that's going to use match plans. I'm going to have my own style. All right. So. All right, you think lowering the tempo in the last few minutes would definitely be important to retain possession, letting the opposition run and press and subsequently tire to be an exploit. Exactly. I think what is going to be important when you play against this kind of a situation, a tiring AI, for example, there are two strategies we can employ. One is we have substitutes to bring them on. We change nothing. We just take the game to them, right? Fine. That's easy. The other one is how do you keep the other one is going to be to keep the ball, basically, and run them, make them tired. But you can also reverse this as well. You can play as an underdog, right? And all you do is hold your shape, let the opposition do all the running, let them collect the cards, right? And then you are just hitting off the counter. That way, not a lot of your players are going to get tired. And don't forget, right? It's also dependent on your formation. Like if you play like I like to play these funky tactics, right? Where I might have like 2 DMs and 2 AMs, right? Nobody in midfield. So those 2 DMs are going to run up the pitch a lot. So if you're the kind of player that uses a lot of segundo volantes, which isn't very common, but it's also a very exploitable role in FM21. Now, I'm going to explain to you what I mean by an exploit. Okay, so in Football Manager right now, if you have 2 roles right now that are currently the exploit. I've explained this, and as I agree with this role, right? This role is an exploit because I can do this. Get further forward as a ball-winning midfielder. So a ball-winning midfielder gets up and down and he's able to do this. This get further forward is very dangerous for this role because what it means is he can actually press high up the pitch. So in certain systems, he becomes potent. And the same over here. Here, we don't have this for the DLP, right? But when you change him to like a segundo volante, right, he becomes a super box-to-box player. So yeah, so as I recognize, I think as I recognize this one, I'm not sure if they will recognize the other one because it also depends on the number of people who are playing the role, right? So if there are loads of players playing that role, they change it. Yeah, because if it's an exploit, they will agree. So we've gone into this and we've spoken about how we'll be able to handle it, right? So we can handle things like draw teams in and then hit them on the counter. They get tired, punish them. So I like this. I like this a lot. But here, you see, the thing here is this, we've added pressing triggers. The pressing triggers aren't something like a new instruction, right? So this is, I think it's going to be part and parcel of some feature of the game, and most likely it's going to come in here. Right, it's just most likely going to come inside here, inside the OIs, because it only makes sense that it comes in the OIs, because currently OIs are underutilized in the way that they're used in the real world. Like for example, if you're really playing a football game against somebody, right? These fullbacks, when they come in on the pitch, I used to be a fullback, so I know what would happen to me. People wouldn't let me go down the flanks and give the cross. They rather get me inside so that I have to look for somebody. So they removed one element of my game, which is my speed. Because I used to run down the flanks to play in the crosses. But the moment I'm forced inside, that's one element of my game gone. So they would encourage me, they would force me to go inside. So in Football Manager right now, part of the whole pressing game revolves around the use of opposition instructions. So I expect this part of the game to get enhanced. So something that you might want to do. So another thing that they talk about here is that the accuracy and inaccuracy of events in the game, like shots, passes, and headers. The problem is, with the challenges with the animation, right? They're gonna have to improve this part of the game. So what we're gonna see a lot of in Football Manager 22 is mistakes. Yeah, guys, when we go into the game, we're gonna have to accept certain things, right? You're playing lower league football, so do you expect your player to make a 60-yard pass? No, right? So there's gonna be inaccuracy after he gets tired. So sometimes the 60-yard pass becomes it becomes like a long ball out to touch. Or maybe a player sprinting down the flanks, he's tired, he loses control of the ball, and then the ball goes out to play. Maybe you think that you used to seeing Kylian Mbappe, 90 minutes, in the 90th minute, he's still running like a bullet train. He doesn't run like a bullet train. He runs like a bullet train, but once he gets to goal, he skies the shot. Come on, man. In reality, when we're playing the game of football in the real world, okay, when you are tired and you're sprinting for 90 minutes, that last sprint you do, chances are when you get to the end of the sprint, right, the task you're supposed to do never gets done very well. You either sky the shot, miss a clear sitter, fail to tackle, bring down a player, get sent off. Okay, so this is something that has been missing in the game. It has been too perfect. It's been way too perfect. And this is something I like a lot because it means that they are doing a lot of things, right? The inaccuracy and accuracy of touches over here will go into the animation engine. So we'll be able to see mistakes that players make. Why is this important? Because it's part of pressing, right? It is so part of pressing. Think about it. They have added this heavier first touches. Players are going to make errors, right? They're going to have changes to accuracy and inaccuracy affecting decision making. So what this means is that part and parcel of this new pressing overhaul also includes reactions by players to poor first touch. All right, so your players will have to start, you have to think about those intelligent defenders. Remember I did a whole video about footballing intelligence. All that now gets baked into the game. I feel like those guys, you guys who have been following the channel for such a long time, following my video guides, I suspect you guys are just gonna take this new engine like ducks to water. Ducks to water, babies. No worries. You're gonna have a damn good time. To ensure the wide centre back works as it does in the real life, we have revised the way overlapping and underlapping team instructions work in the match engine. Not just for players on the ball, but also how players off the ball react and operate around players overlapping underlapping. I just burped. You'll more frequently see players waiting for the teammate to overlap and underlap, holding the ball out to let the overlap happen, or look for a second option. If the underlap is shut down, teammates also look to cover for any defensive gaps caused by the underlap. Okay, all right. Let's just talk about something, right? Okay, all right. When you go to the tactics the first time, it's something that a lot of people don't. I had to do a whole video on this to explain this. What is an overlap and underlap? People assume that an underlap means the guy in the inside running, no? Yeah, I'm running, baby. I'm underlapping. So they think this guy is underlapping. That's an underlapping run. And then when they press the button, the damn thing doesn't happen. Okay, let's just face it. Yes, it was not working perfectly because the overlap always happens. You can always see the overlap happening because these instructions were designed circa CAM 0304. Okay, back in the old days. Because in order for us to get an overlapping or underlapping run happening, we had to lower the mentality of the midfielder and ask him to hold up the ball. And then the natural overlap would occur because then we have a fullback on attack or a wingback on support and he would just run past the guy and the guy will just give him the ball and the overlap happened. All right. So that's how an overlap actually happens. In the engine itself, the same principle occurs. What happens is that the guy wide is going to hold up the ball. He's going to wait. So if it's an overlapping run, he's holding up the ball, waiting for somebody to come running past him so he can give him the ball, right, on the outside. And if it's an underlapping run, he's holding up the ball, waiting for somebody to come on the inside so he can give him the ball. A lot of people started thinking, oh, the underlapping run is, if I press the button, the underlapping run is going to happen. Doesn't happen. The underlapping button does not create an underlapping run. All it does is tells the player to hold up the ball. So you see this, right? We come back to this explanation here. It's the same thing, right? You'll more frequently see players waiting for their teammate to underlap. They're waiting. They hold up the ball and say, hey, who is doing the run? Team instruction. Are we waiting for the overlap on the underlap? Okay, it's the underlap. So, okay, let's go and look for the guy in the inside. So this guy waiting on the outside is going to wait. And do you know who this influences? It also influences the white centre back. So a lot of people are going to go out there making Sheffield United and failing miserably. This is what's going to happen. I predict this is going to happen 100%. Because the people who do not understand overlapping and underlapping are going to get. All right, so this is going to be very important. So you see this, what's happened here, okay? He holds up the ball. That guy holds up the ball, waits for the overlapping run. This is very simple. This is an overlapping run. This is the easiest run to do in the game. It is so easy, you have no issues doing it. Right? So there the white centre back did the overlapping run, right? Not difficult because there's somebody out wide holding up the ball. So this is going to be fantastic. And what I love right now is this. The white centre back. Okay. Now, all I'm going to say is this. Okay. All I'm going to say is this. Right. For the last 3 years, I've been begging SI for pendulum because when we were a long time ago in a land far, far away, when attacking patterns were discussed, the concept of the pendulum attack was very important, which is attacks go this, they're like a pendulum, right? So if you attack one side of the pitch, the other side has to lock in. You go one side of the pitch, the other side has to lock in. The problem is it can happen for all your formations except for the back three. Because in the back three, the poor playing defender just goes tuk. There's no pop. There's no underlap. There's no pendulum. He just goes tuk, and then the whole attack falters because the 3-4-3 doesn't pivot, right? With the white centre back, we're gonna have a phenomenal option, right? We are going to be able to create attacking triangles in the widest areas, right? This is very significant because if you can create a wide attacking triangle, I'll show you this again. All right, so let's assume this is my white center back, right? What's going to happen is he's going to be up here. And I get what is called a white triangle, which is we got no better way of doing this. We got to put the guy here. So imagine this, right? So this guy goes a bit further up. My white center back comes inside this area. This is my white triangle. And this triangle is very dangerous because this triangle is in the worst possible place for the opposition. Because in this position, he can do one of two things. He's got the entire pitch at his disposal. He can do a diagonal. He can go this way, or he can put one in the middle. So this is something that I am very excited about. I think the white center back is a fantastic role. It's gonna make the back three system so sexy, man. So Chico, you think people that have been complaining about playing defensively should find it easier? I don't think so, I still think that people are going to have a challenge playing defensively because defensively is about sitting back and soaking in pressure and hitting on the brake, right? But some formations are going to play differently now, okay? Like the back three systems are going to play differently, right? If there's a white center back, you have to be prepared. When there's a white center back in the formation, you need to be prepared because it means that system is going to pivot around him. So he can come up the pitch and then he's going to do these deep early crosses from there, and that's going to be a problem for your defenders. Your defenders can't handle it. So if you are the sort of person that's playing defensively, you need to know how to anticipate this and how to tackle it as well. So I still think it's going to be challenging. I think for people in FM22, the biggest challenge is going to be coming to terms with the new pressing system. That's for sure, because pressing has changed. So while viewing match stats, you can now view first half and second. I'm not really interested in all this, right? Tablet, XG, and whatever. Okay, fine. So far, when it comes to all this, yeah, okay. C'est la vie. I can accept all this. These are new things with the stats, but let's just look at this, right? Okay, we've spoken about this. The match engine, yeah. We know this is coming. This is big, right? This is what I'm more interested in, right? So we've got a data hub. Now, why is the data hub such a big thing? Okay, the data hub is a big thing because there's no other way to visualize information about the quality of your team in the game except from statistics. We've got the simple XG, but that doesn't give us enough information on how our team is playing, right? But this is the data hub, right? So if you see this is what we call momentum, right? So match momentum. Essentially, this follows other utility. You go to Opta, you go to any of these betting websites, you see all this stuff on the websites as well. Is this a big deal? For me, momentum? Nah. It just tells me who's got the emphasis in the game, right? What periods of time were they strong? What periods of time are they weak? It can help you understand another team better in terms of when are they more dangerous. But all it does is talk about ascendancy and descendancy in a match, right? But this is more important here. The data here, we got overall match momentum, last match passes, long range shots. This is again they just extrapolate information of your team, and they give it to you in ways that you can understand. But what I like here is this button here. Can you see I ask for? This ask for button is very, very interesting. I can't double click and it doesn't open a new image, which is kind of annoying from SI, but never mind. Okay, this is from the footballmanager.com website. This is ask for, which means that you can go to your data analyst and ask them for more reports. So this means that we can have more reports in this data hub than is currently being shown, which is very, very cool, right? At the moment, we got very basic information that's already available in the game, but I suspect we will be able to look at things like, the performances, because you see team and player. That means there is player information as well, like things like shots on target percentage that's going to be presented visually. This is a big deal for us because it means that right now, we don't need to do things like come into this screen. Because if you look at this right now, right, if I want to look at one of my players, right, let's go to Frank Divisio. Then we go to his coach report. I get this. This is all I get, right? His key passes per 90 minutes, 3.40, which is kind of cool. His assists, 45 minutes. But I want to see how he compares to the rest of my team. I don't get the information here. So is he the best at this? I don't know. Because I got to go out there and I got to click on every single player in my team just to find the information out. Or I got to go inside here and then create what I call is my performances metrics, which is what I currently am doing right now, to find out who's the best at key passes. But then I have to visually start taking all this information, putting back into my head, and then doing things like, okay, who's got the best assists here? Like I go inside, okay, he's got 3.97, but he's 1/3, but this guy is not too bad as well. Like he's got like 34, a third and a third. These two guys should be playing all the time together. I can't split the two up. So but what about the player in his position? When I'm rotating a player, how does he do? So it becomes very confusing because, then I have to do a lot of deep analysis, which is something I don't like to do, right? I want to have it in a simple, easy way. I want it presented in a much more simpler way that I can understand. And I think that this new data hub is going to potentially give us the information, because if you look here, this is the team information. We've got advanced goalkeeping, short match, XG table, and match momentum. So that means there's more. You see this? Up here, there's a small movement, possession loss as well. So there's team information and there's play information as well. Right, so look at the player performances. If you go to the next, we go down, we get things like, this is again team, right? Doesn't give us play information. This is current information that's already in the game and it's extrapolated here. So a lot of people see this, not gonna get excited. I'm waiting for the player one over here, right? So that player one isn't being given. So if I can extrapolate all that, it'll be fantastic. Like this is actually good information. This is what we call a zone. This is a zone map, right? Possession gain zone map. This is very, very cool because if I am not mistaken, right, if because of this, we're going to have other stuff as well, right? This is from, okay, let me just pull up something in the real world, okay? What is it called? Okay, there's something in the real world called, okay, there's something in the real world called PPDA, right? Now, this is part and parcel of PPDA, Okay, when I was looking at this, right, I'm going to ask myself this question, right? To what extent is SI going to give us information on the game that also can be used for us to understand how effective our press is, right? Okay. That zone map is part of the whole equation. Now, they only tell us possession gain. I suspect there's going to be more, right? So, because you see, there's defensive actions. Can you see the word defensive actions here? Okay, so no, you can't see it because I have hidden the screen. So if you look at the right, you see the word defensive actions, possession gain, passes attempted, and possession loss. Ladies and gentlemen, for defensive actions is part of PPDA. That is why I'm so excited. Okay. This is defensive actions, right? So this is when I want to calculate how effective my press is. I need to know the defensive actions that have been committed by my team in our half and where we're doing all our tackles, right? So that zone map allows us to see where we're doing most of our tackles. Now, right, okay, so big deal, right? So you're thinking, yeah, there's no big deal, right? Because at the moment, right, if you go into the game, you should be able to get the information by doing something else. So if I wanted to go into the game right now, this is where I have to go, right? So we've been playing like dog shit the last couple of days. Okay, so let's come inside here. Look like analytical data. We go to teams. So here we have to come in here to see our defensive actions. Let's see now. So we got fouls for fine one. This is our defensive. This is how we see defensive actions right now. Okay. So this is how I see we see defensive actions right now. Would you prefer this style of defensive actions, right, or this style? Because for me, right, I generally want to know which part of the pitch I'm doing most of my actions on, and that's why this zone map is going to be handy. So it can tell me whether or not I'm defending a bit too deep. How much of the time am I defending to? Because I personally prefer to have a zone map that looks like this, where the majority of my zone map looks like the actions in the middle third. Because if you, sorry, in the right in front of my penalty area here, right? Teams like Manchester City are close to performing like that as well. That's the somewhere around here. So you see them having a slightly bigger share in this side of the pitch, right? So where the 25% is, this is where they're going to have most of their share, because the Man City's zone map looks a bit more like this when it comes to defensive actions. So this is going to be significant, man. It's huge. And here we got the key maps as well, key passing maps. I love this. Because in FM21, FM22, the problem was, yeah, which line is thick? Which line is not so thick? Bloody key passing. The key passing numbers were also not very, very accurate. You know, that's how I felt. Okay, so we've got all these new features coming in, and guess what? We also have to remember this. This is Miles, right? At about this time of the year, Miles does his drops, his Twitter drops. So if you got all the headline features out, we've got this new, I mean, I'm not too excited about. You notice I didn't even go to the match room. What was it? Deadline day. I didn't go down to the new recruitment meetings and all that stuff, right? I ain't interested in all that stuff, right? I just give me the game. The rest of the stuff is usually autopilot. Give it to I delegate that shit, okay? I'm not into the deadline day experience unlike some other people, okay? But look at this. They got 4,000 new strings, from my understanding, about 4,000 new strings for commentary. I know how hard fought these rivalries got them. I mean, it makes sense because last time I got a bloody derby match, and I want to tell them how important it is, but they had nothing to say. But at least now we got this. And then I don't know about this. These are all new strings. He was quite pleased with the fact that they have given us more options. We've been doing okay lately, but I know we can do a lot better. Let's kick on and give the fans something to shout about. Okay. We've had a bad start, but don't let our heads drop. Some of you might think it's too early in the season to worry about falling down the table, but I want things to improve before we have real, which is kind of an interesting. I mean, to be honest, right? I've never felt that this has been a big deal for me. Jinka Kale, you're right. The best backline, in my opinion, for FM22 is going to be the white centre back, libero white centre back. I won't tell you more because if I do, I'm in trouble. Okay. I expect to see all of you in training. You don't deserve a rest. But this is normal. We've had that before, right? This is nothing new with this thing. Right? This is his other Twitter drop about team talks. I didn't think this was a big deal. Okay. Then no team talks being given, you'll be given. Now you got handover. I like this, the option to give it to somebody else and proceed, which is okay. So the team talks. But again, I'm not a big team talks junkie. I usually leave it to the S-man. Okay. I've never had a reason to do team talks, right? Okay. And then this I like. Look at this. Now, if you mouse over the player's condition, right? So there's in the game, right? They've got this happiness thing, right? If you go and click on it, you get this scoop up if you're into this kind of thing to see his body language, I guess, if you are the sort of person that pays a lot of attention to body language. But this is, you know whose tactic, right? This is Miles's tactic. So he's probably just taken a screenshot from his game and just cropped it and then stuck this on it. So let's see. What is his tactic? He's playing a balanced, shorter passing play or defense, low ball to box, lower tempo, 4-3-3. Now, how many people play a lower tempo 4-3-3? Take short kicks, distribute, and counter press. He's ambitious. Who's this? Shrewsbury. Yeah. No, it's not Shrewsbury. I can't remember the name of the team. Guinness, and then he's got CSK. He's even playing a ball-playing defender in the lower leagues and a Mazzala in the lower leagues. I mean, Shrewsbury ain't that low, but this is not too bad. Okay. And then we've got, what's this? This is the recruitment meetings, right? Or the team meetings. I mean, look at this. You guys are going to be so happy. Start developing weaker foot. There's no more there's weak foot progression, guys. How cool is that? No more training technique to improve their weak foot. Now all you gotta do is press a damn button and they go and improve their weak foot. Which means, okay, alright, so that means, okay, the thing about weak foot attribute training is the same as normal attributes, right? Normal attributes 1 to 20, right? So weak foot also is going to be 1 to 20. So I guarantee you that I'll have some numbers for success rate for weak foot development. So don't go out there expecting weak foot to develop overnight. It ain't happening, brothers. So here we go, coaching, development, and staffing. This is great. They have a kind of a progression in these meetings. Okay, so we've got attacking. Okay. So I guess you can ask different members to give you different reports, right? So you can, if you think this guy is an idiot, then you can go and talk to another team member. But this guy, see, left foot reasonable. This is fantastic news, right, for everybody. I mean, I think it's great because I ended up having to mess up my training schedules just to add more technique, just to get the weak foot up. But, it still wouldn't give us the kind of improvements that we needed in the game. But I guess this is going to be a lot more better. But this is social media, the real social media, right? I thought maybe we had this in the actual game. We could share the screen out. For a moment, I got caught up in my own shit. Okay, so this is good. Okay. You beautiful thing, you. Whatever this means, it must make me happy. Okay. All right. So these three dots, this is definitely a rework of something else, right? Okay. Let's go to the original screen. Okay. So, okay. All right. Let's go to the actual game, right? So in the actual game, when we go into the actual, we press analysis. We get this. Different colors. No issue. We mouse over some minor issues and this pops up. All right. Then we click these issues. We click this issue. Some minor issues crop up. Now we go into this game. Apparently, when you click the same spot, you got a red light, green light, amber light. So I am pretty certain that if you mouse over any one of these, they'll give you a bit more information. Oh, cool. All right. Let's see what else they give. Kiko Femina will occasionally use this as a wingback duties to push further in an effort to influence the play in a more advanced territory. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see the information. I think the information is just the same, just presented in a different way. So if you come in here, this is the wingback, right? So I click here. Ethan Lake will frequently use his wingback duties to push forward in an effort to influence the play in a more advanced territory. So the information still looks the same. I just wonder what the red dot just means that there's nobody covering for that spot. That's about it. Yeah. I don't think this is going to be... I don't think this is like groundbreaking. Just new dots on the screen doesn't make it groundbreaking, but I'm very eager to know what the red means. The red is probably going to be a warning light on a player that's not suitable for that role. Because we have to remember one thing about Football Manager, right? One thing about Football Manager is we currently in the game, right? Currently in the game, these red lights. You see, the issue with the game right now is that sometimes a player can have attributes to play a role very well, but the game defaults to showing us the role in his best position. When in reality, sometimes he could be very good in a certain role, but he's not positionally familiar with it. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, there are a lot of times when I play a player, right? So I'm not saying that all liberos are fantastic, but sometimes I play Neymar as a libero, right? You guys have seen my psychosis take over. And when I play him as a libero, it's like the second coming of Jesus in defense because he's splitting all defenses apart. The thing is that sometimes these players can play really well in certain roles. So I want the game to tell me that. But you see, the problem for most of us who play the game, or if you're new to the game, we default on the game's advice. But the game's advice needs to be a bit more free, right? Not locking us down into this a pigeonhole which says that Harry Kane must be played as a complete forward. So yeah, I like this. I actually do like this, but I'm hoping that these red dots actually mean something like what I'm saying along the way, which is, the players, this is not his good position, but he could play this role really well. I don't know. This we'll have to wait to see. I'll have to get my hands on this. So you see this analysis here. I wonder why this picture. Like one red dot here, and then he went to the next picture. And then he clicked this. Okay, that's what he did. So basically, we just went to Miles's Twitter feed. That's all we did. So this is Miles's latest thing. He says a new, cleaner way of visualizing that, so you can analyze your system's strength and weaknesses instantly. I'm not too thrilled about. I mean, this is good because we can start developing weaker foot. All right. According to him, your backroom now focuses a lot more on a player's weak foot. Hey, hallelujah. And then we've got this. I like the way he says this. You'll never accidentally skip a halftime chat again. So honestly, that is something that I don't care about. Seriously. You don't have to. But this one, we've also added some mental health information also. I mean, I'm all for mental health, but yeah, okay. So when you check your players' morale ahead of the next match, you can see a data breakdown how they're feeling. Man, I don't know, man. It's all about feelings, guys. It's all about feelings. This new Football Manager game is all about feelings, guys. So tell me in your comments, right? What do you think? What do you think of all these new changes? I think that for me, moving into Football Manager, when we head into Football Manager, the big thing for me is gonna be this combination. Of course, it's not this particular combination, which is the reason why I'm actually playing all these tactics right now, because I'm gonna be exporting all these tactics into Football Manager 22, right? So I'm actually playing with tactics that I'm playing in FM22, not necessarily FM21. FYI, okay? So all these are FM22 tactics that I'm using right now. Tactics I'm going to be using in because honestly, all I have to do in FM22 is just change this role to a white center back. This will be a white center back on. Yeah, let's assume, right? If I can get the pendulum, because currently, I'll show you what I mean by pendulum attacks very soon. Okay, man, this is. Wait, hold on. I'm getting my tactic all screwed up. I did so many changes. Strikeless cheat, love that. Okay. No, that's Strikeless cheat. Oh, I want to play Strikeless. Okay, so if I play Strikeless, this is Strikeless cheat. Okay, this is Strikeless cheater bug. Okay, all right, let's go Strikeless cheater bug for a while. Okay, so we go do this. Okay, well, Strikeless tactics work in Football Manager 22. You bet your bottom dollar they're gonna work. They're gonna work so well with the white centre back and the libero, man. No? Like the white centre back comes in here, pings one, these three goes, these three are gonna run off, being very, very happy with the whole situation. They're gonna go, oh my god, we got all these balls coming to the center. Oh, please. Yeah. You're gonna have an orgasmic time with your defenders, man. Like all this guy does is come here, drop one, boom, these guys go running off. I mean, seriously, that's gonna happen in FM22, man. I guarantee you this is gonna happen in FM22. So if you are the sort of person that likes if you're the sort of person that loves your strikeless tactics, you're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm very confident about that. Because the way I look at the role right now, white center back is just gonna pop in these half spaces. Here he's gonna drop in one for the guys to chase. So if that happens, yeah, why not? Give me the goals, man. Okay. All right, we're gonna try. We've been on a massively bad run. If I don't win a game, I'm probably gonna get fired, and that's the end of this. So I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna be fired from my job. So I'm really in this FM golden moment where I'm waiting for FM22, where whatever happens in FM22 doesn't matter. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, so we got this analysis doesn't matter. Like, okay, so let's go, boys. Pass into space. I shouldn't be playing positive. I should be playing very attacking. Oh yeah, set pieces, corners, throw-ins, attack. Okay, we got I got defenders taking them. You come here. We'll go back. ML is fine. Got 4 back. I don't know why you're here. You're taking. Oh, he's going forward because. Oh, you should come. MR is take. ML. MR can come forward. Okay. All right. Done. Last in the beta, I got Kane to earn the Ballon d'Or. I think, guys, speaking of beta, I can start your long. Okay, I'm going to start my long-term save in beta. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. So I think I need your help. Like, part of me, I know there are people who want me to do return to the classics, right? You guys want me to return to the classics. I'll do another Gloucester series save. Like our Kingstonian series save, the Diffuse Challenge. I think I've been receiving quite a lot of requests. So what happened to your Kingstonian? What happened to your Gloucester and all that stuff? Right. Like we're just playing like numpties at the moment, man. Either that or my Strikeless changes have come into this match engine and SI didn't tell me about it. I got a sneaky feeling that all the recommended changes have come in. Oh my god. Defending like a numpty, man. Oi! Right at the post, he misses it. Okay, come on. Short corner to this guy. Face Jim. Plays it out to Divisio. Divisio is... There we go. Divisio is just hustle off the ball. And there we go. Ooh. I'm getting confused with these colors. So they're hoping the meta changes from fast Tigers plays Lewandowski, Harry Kane are far more effective in real life than in the game. Harry Kane and Lewandowski. Okay. I think you can make those strikers effective, but it depends on the tactic itself, right? I mean, like, I guess, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess you'd have to build a tactic for that player to be effective. What the hell? Guys, we are getting into this big world of hurt, man, lately. I don't know what's going on with our tactic. We just seem to be crumbling like... There's nothing in this to suggest that we are playing... My goodness, we're just playing so bad, you know. Got to go to a regular tactic. It's like all the strikeless systems don't want to work for me anymore. Okay. We just seem to have crumbled like, you know, a house of cards. C'est la vie, such is life. I'm not gonna mull over this because I do have this bad habit of changing tactics a lot, right? So I have to stick to one, which is going to be the theme of FM22. FM22, I'm not going to be doing all this. If I'm going to have a tactics show, it's just a tactics show where we just talk about tactics, create tactics, and then randomly talk about them. Then I have another save. But with my long-term save, I'm just going to try and stay on one tactic. How long that lasts for, I don't know. Guys, we got players sent off. I don't believe this, man. Holy shit. This is just disaster after disaster today. It's like the bad luck continues. I mean, this doesn't make any sense, right? So... We were doing perfectly fine last season playing this system. We were doing very well. This season, we're just getting clobbered, man. Which makes me think that I have to. I have a bad feeling that I just need to change one thing. Then that is my psyche. I don't know. We gotta just go do it. Okay, I don't care. We're just gonna stick to this. Get fired. C'est la vie. Such is life. I'm not gonna change my tactics around. I just gotta find the right play. I just gotta make sure that I just play it correctly. It's a very aggressive tactic, granted. Okay. Holy guacamole, is true. It's 3. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna just prepare for getting fired. Just gonna watch this. Okay, look. This is not the way to play the game. Okay. And we're gonna pro everybody there. Lamer can play here. So you're gonna be a wingback on support. 4-3-3. Okay. You come here. You come here. You come here. Alright. We're gonna have a wide strikeless tactic. Alright, Divisio, you're going to be a box-to-box midfielder on support. You're going to be a ball-winning midfielder. You're going to be a defensive midfielder on defense. This can work, but you might be a box-to-box. Okay, you try and win the ball there. Alright, we're going to play you as a wingback on support. You're going to play you as a wingback on support. Shorter passing player or defense tempo. Here, early cross, not necessary. One man down. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay. No, you're going to be a roaming playmaker on support. Box to box. Thinking of starting at United, kick Ole out. Learn the new stuff. Why don't you just... Okay, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, there are 2 ways to do this, right? The beta. There are 2 ways to do the beta. One is you start with you can start with your long-term save. There's no issue with that. I always believe that you can start with a long-term save because honestly, the only changes that go into the game are match engine changes, right? So if you can accept that, then fine. You roll with the match engine changes. As far as data is concerned, if you're the sort of person that wants to hold on to wait until all the data, like transfer window, you want to be the kind of a person that you're going to wait until February, then might as well buy the game February. But if you're buying the game now, then you might as well just start your long-term save now because the long-term saves can move between beta and the live version. So yeah, so I would just start now. But you could, if you want to learn new things, start with a good team. Right? That's how you should do it. You're trying to avoid starting 1,000 games. Yeah, don't. Pick a save. Pick a club that you like. Okay, beta save. If you want to try the new team instructions or the new match engine and you want to just gonna come to terms with it, pick a really good club. Pick a club you don't like. And experiment the shit out of them. So if you can't stand, if you're a Liverpool fan and you really hate United, then pick United. You can do all kinds of wonderful things to them. Right? Which is what I do. I pick Real Madrid. I don't like Real Madrid. So I like Real Madrid a lot. Yeah, so I mean I dislike Real Madrid a lot. So I normally pick Real Madrid. I think I just got fired, that's why I'm saving the game. See how I feel after the United first save. The United save is gonna be if you pick United, right? Let me think. Do they have enough defenders? You want to be picking a team that's got enough central defenders for you to play the 3 centers, 3 at the back with the white center back. That's how I feel, right? So you want to pick a team that is good enough for you to do all that kind of stuff. So Manchester United, do they have those 3 center backs? You got Joel Matip. You got, yeah, I think they do, right? They got 3 already there. So that's one option that you can go for. Okay, let's go to this. So you can go to United, I think. Yeah, that'll be fun. I will definitely be picking. I'm starting my long-term save in FM22. I'm gonna go to Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's my long-term save. So that's why I'm going, and I'm gonna start with them straight away. So that's the plan. You're gonna start at Charleroi because I like their kid. Phil Jones, the libero. No, Harry Maguire is not a bad libero. You can have Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's got passing vision and decisions, so you can use him. I think if his anticipation is very good, then it's fine. But his acceleration is not that fantastic, so you might get caught out. Right? Because the libero has to have decent acceleration because it's a yo-yo. It keeps going up and down. Right? Yay, we got the goal, babies. 1-0 up. Finally. Apparently it's CD, not ball playing defender. Apparently I forgot my own tactics, right? We've been messing around with tactics so much. I've totally forgot all my own tactics. Yeah, it's 2-0, babies. Oh, you sweet thing. Joey's scoring. Hey, we got some confidence back. We might still keep the job. Because we're bottom of this table as well. I will see how the clubs are funded and see what takes my fancy. Okay, so what do you mean by how the clubs are funded, Andy? No, seriously. I mean, as English clubs are all funded like obscenely well, so they got so much money in those clubs. Why does it matter? Sharon, is gonna smash it. Oh, what a pass! What a pass to Mina. We do get a transfer window to start with, so no. Yeah. United is fine. Are you, Andy, I know I asked you this question. Are you a United fan? Ajinkaya Kale. I think I'll pick Schalke. I love them in the... Oh, man. Ajinkaya, you're going to love Germany. Lema. Oh, what a back heel to Mina. It's so sweet. They're finally clicking together. Apparently, they suddenly decided they wanted to play football. Bloody hell. First half, demolition, babies. 4-0 up. So now our new challenge begins. Can we pull ourselves out from the rut, the hole that we've buried ourselves in? Because we buried ourselves in a deep hole, man. If I don't win the next 5 matches on a trot, I'm probably going to get fired. So we got a big ask in front of us. There's a target painted on my back. You're not a fan of any club? Okay. You're what you call a neutral. You love football for the sake of football. I may not do an English club long term, and I may want to do a rich club save or a poor club save. Okay. That's why you were asking the question the last time, right? The big nations challenge. Oh man, come on, boys. This is definitely FM22 coming in. Players all getting tired, jaded already 62 minutes on, and we're conceding goals for the sake of that. So we just playing on commentary mode, man. This is what we do while waiting for FM21 to come around the corner. Or FM22 to come around the corner. We play on commentary mode. Apparently we do better. Okay. Let's do it. No, we can't make changes. Okay, well, let's go to key highlights because we want to see what's happening. Alright, key highlights is behind goal. Okay, fine. Oh, we got a throw. Hefty. I don't like this stupid go and throw the ball backwards nonsense in Football Manager. I really hate this. This is like he's like all the way there. Why throw the ball backwards for? I mean, there's such a thing as throwing the ball forward. Mina picks the ball up. Goes over the top. This is going to be easy. Come on. If we screw this up, we should... Oh, nice. Nice work. The silver out to Mina. Mina is true. Mina's going to say thank you for all the fish. 5-1. But I said the other day, I've taken a lot in my emotional food. Yeah, the corruption. Yeah, I know what you mean. But then, name me one sport that's not corrupt. Cricket is corrupt. We all know that. I love cricket. Cricket is a corrupt sport. Football is a corrupt sport. NFL is a corrupt sport. All televised entertainment is corrupt. Because eventually, once the media gets a hold of it, that's it, man. Once big money enters the picture, yeah. Oh my goodness. Divisio. Hefty. Oh, simple pass. Hefty again. The boys are calming things down. Yeah, sweet. Hefty out to Joey. Hefty looks for options. He gives it back to Divisio. The playmaker is wide. Looks for Mina. Mina shoots. He looks for another goal. You love fantasy football too, so having loads of money to spend excites me in games. Okay. If you get excited with this, then yeah, I would think that you should start with a nice big club and have a lot of fun. You can do a destroy the club challenge with all the big money in your disposal. How do you attract more sponsors? Won my league 5 years, get 2 million a year. Barcelona. You need to get, okay. It's about TV rights as well. Okay. Jahid. What you have to do is basically do a kind of a chat. You got to lift the whole nation, not just your club alone. So you got to find ways and means to make sure that the teams around you get to be in the Champions League. That is the challenge. So that's how you get more money into the game. So what I normally end up doing is I end up like loaning my players or selling. I have a priority system where I sell my players, like good players, to number 2 in my league. So both of us end up becoming Champions League contenders, or we can go into the Champions League. So it's a very long-term project. If you want to do that, like sponsors increasing all that, it takes a while. It's not doesn't happen in like overnight. There are big money things in the game. They don't happen overnight. All right, so we got Vendrongelen. We got Utrecht next, right? So we're gonna have to try and bounce back, guys. Big demands now being made of us. Okay, we've got Vendrongelen, who's not really much of a wing back, but that's left. Okay, his dribbling is 12. He's not gonna. Xander Joes. Well, this guy is worse. So we got Mina Groen has to come here again. Roger is injured, so Helston is back. Bika late. Lanvier can actually be left back, but he's okay. He's a good defender. All right, Lemash can play here, but he's currently the only really decent choice of ball-winning midfielder because the rest of them have been a joke so far. We got this player who's a left only, playing on the right side, which shouldn't really affect him so much, but apparently it does count for something. He's not been playing well. All right, let's go. Enough talking. Let's do. You want to do a 10-year save at least. Yeah, then you have this. Then, Andy, I suggest doing it in beta itself. If you want to do a 10-season save, start it in beta. In fact, I tell you this much, right? There won't be so much. I mean, like, okay, the logic behind a white center back is going to be quite straightforward. You're going to have pendulum attacks, right? So the attacks are going to shift from one end of the pitch to the other. It's basically, right now, what we're seeing in this game, I'll show you by looking at it from a 2D point of view. Okay, we'll just drop into comprehensive, which makes this game so much more easier. Okay, so when you play 3-man attacks right now, these 3 defenders, you don't really see a pendulum effect where this guy pushes up. When he pushes up, the rest of the attack also pushes up. So you get all of them moving this way. We don't, right? So that's all you got to remember. In FM22, what we're going to see is, because of the white center back, we're going to start seeing pendulum attacks. So when that happens, it just means that back 3 systems just got a new lease of life. So we'll be able to see things like this guy pushing up, this guy pushing up. So it pushes the entire formation forward, makes your back 3 systems very potent. Okay, we're going to have to go to key highlights. Yeah, it doesn't, you have, Jahid, there's nothing you can do about it, man. You got to start. 5 out of 10 teams have Europe spots the Swiss rank. Yeah, you have to get the Swiss league higher and higher up. You can't be 7. 7 is still a bit low. Yeah, you got to make the Swiss league the top league in Europe. That's how you're going to get more sponsorship money. Because right now, all the sponsorship money is going according to the league's reputations, right? So you're 7. Basically, you're 7th priority. So the money is going elsewhere. That's the way to do it. And I know it can be done, but it's a very long-term project. It takes about maybe 30 seasons before you can see something like that. 20 to 30 seasons. Yeah. It's not a 10-season game. This, what you're talking about, is akin to a 30 to 40 season game. So your son managing the club will get that to happen. Or what you can do is you can holiday mode, right, and start a save much later in the future. Pick that club, man. Maybe it will happen, because I've seen clubs like clubs in Switzerland win the league like 30 years in the future, and their sponsorship money is much higher because their league has a higher reputation. Andy, I don't think it's going to lead to easier overloads. That's a myth. It's going to lead to easier attacking patterns down one side of the pitch, but it will not necessarily give you easier overloads. What it will also do is make your flanks more vulnerable. So if you're one of those guys who loosely just puts up a tactic together and says, "Oh, I love the idea that we're all attacking down the right flank," your right flank is also going to be the weakest. So you're going to have to set it up correctly, which means people are going to start having to think about using defensive midfielders a bit more, like choosing the right roles. Like, I will probably pick up a defensive midfielder and a halfback. I wouldn't use Anchorman, for example. Anchorman just stays anchored, right? Or Growing comes in. Yes! The boys are back. We're snapping the longest no-win run, man. You're 7th out of 10th in your own league. You should be at least top 3. But have you won the league title? Are you at the top of the table? Yeah. Why do 6 teams in your league get higher sponsors? 5 out of 10 teams have Europe sponsors. Have you won the title consecutively? Your reputation what's your reputation like in your own land? Then you should be getting more sponsorship money. Yeah. If it's the case that you are the top, you've been the top for the last 3 or 4 seasons, then your reputation has gone up, then slowly you see the sponsorship money coming to you. And also, I think your stadium also has to be expanded, right? If I'm not mistaken, you have to, I don't know about that part, but yeah. Otherwise, it's worth it just to send in the save to SI and say that something is wrong. You've won it 5 years running. Okay. Then you should say the save. There's something wrong with your save then. That could be an issue. I don't know, man. I don't get affected by all that. I eventually just move clubs, right? Because I prefer journeyman saves, or like for me, I like success coming from winning titles, right? So I never really paid a lot of attention to sponsorship money. I like to make a lot of money from selling players and developing them. Oh, what a ball. Man, that was a brilliant ball. Brilliant. You're ranked 27th in Europe. Okay. But what about those clubs? From 27 to 1st, right? Are there any other clubs there that are from your league? Is there any other Swiss club in front higher than you? That's what you got to check. If there are Swiss clubs higher than you, then it could be you. What a ball. Look at this mistake, right? The Silver takes it down. Then he runs into traffic here. The guy clears it. Mina just says, hey, thank you for the header. Yeah, it looks flawed, right? But he's checking the reputation. If you've got plenty of money, you've been greedy. Yeah, I think you've been greedy, Jahid. If you won the Champions League as well and you're not getting all the money, or you're top by far, then you should send your save in. Or at least look out for the same issue in FM. You should send your save in just in case. Right? I don't think anybody is playing a save like that right now. Okay, guys, we are 2-0 up. Right, we got 1, 2, 3, buckle my shoes all. Why am I saying 1, 2, 3, buckle my shoe? All of them seem to be a bit tired. So I'm going to take the Visio off, right? The Visio is the cool kid on the block. And we're going to take Don Mess, and then we're going to bring in, we're going to do that. 3 changes. We had about 20 minutes to go. We're taking off 2 of the most important players and putting 2 noobs in the middle of the park and hoping that Joey lasts the distance. AP DLP. Okay, AP DLP. That's strange. Okay, come on. They are building attacks up, man. Come on, come on, come on. Boom. Okay, nice. Fazlik gets the ball. Groen now. Okay, 1-2 buckle my shoe. Oh, give it to the keeper. Switzerland and Austria seem like good places to do a save. Belgium is not bad. Oh, it hits the post. Nice work. Rowan, Fitz Jim, out he goes to Lade. Lade comes inside. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We should have had a third. We should have had a third. Around a third of your squad, Nugent's down. That's a very good way to do a save, right? When you have when you reach the point in your save where the majority of your players are coming from your own academies. That's what we all should be striving for. They've gone into the one formation I'm worried about playing against. But it's too late. Okay, done. Good win. Finally, we snapped our losing streak, man. We've been on the longest losing streak ever. Okay, longest. Look at that. We are literally near the relegation zone. I've never been this low before. Look at that. Man, I've got to start hustling up the table, man. I've had a feeling that for years, right, television money and sponsorship money has always been a bit erratic. Oh my god, I was about to do ASMR on this channel. Then let's turn off the music. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, okay, maybe it's got to do with the fact that people need some audio stimulus, right? Okay, seriously. But the thought that somebody could get excited by it. Okay, maybe it's because it's the girl playing with the microphone in front of you. Oh my god, I just think that is so ridiculous, man. I'm definitely looking forward to beta, man. I'm really looking forward to the beta. I want to play my but seriously, I'm still debating my long-term save. So what is going to be my long-term save? I got Borussia Mönchengladbach, but I need another one. I need one more. So it's just two. I used to do like a training one, right? But I'm not going to do one this year. But I'm going to bake it into my long-term save. But I have to start playing them a bit faster. So that means there's going to be some offline play, not just stream alone. So I'll offline them sometimes. Borussia Mönchengladbach will definitely start, right? After that, what is my other save? I'm still asking myself what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do the Ernst Happel challenge again, right? Or I can go and do a return to Gloucester. What the hell? But that means I'm going to do another one of those get the team promoted all the way kind of challenges. But that gets boring after a while. I know the formula already. You need to do a save at Accrington Stanley. Oh, thanks, man, for loving the game. I mean, okay, yeah, I know. But the thing about me in England is this, right? I get so bored so quickly because once the money starts rolling in, it just becomes a case of, hey, well, let's go win everything. That's the problem with doing saves in England. I mean, like, I find the English, okay, what I do is I always find it challenging getting them to the Premier League. But once I get to the Premier League, I lose interest because the money is too easy after that, right? So, yeah. You're going to do a Scots League 1 and do a Fergie challenge. I got the bus for this season. Most hyped I've been in many years. Well, okay, cool, man. Oh, no. Have we conceded? No. We're playing on key highlights now. Not on commentary only, guys. We're playing on key highlights, eh? Not on commentary. So we've been on a losing streak. We now have to move up the table because somebody was being an ass. You get like that with England, right? Yeah, I get like that with England all the time. The moment I end up in the Premier League, I think the challenge is over for me because that was the challenge, getting them to the Premier League. Once in the Premier League, I just give the save to somebody else, I think. So I like this journeyman. Actually kind of like this journeyman challenge a bit more. Like traveling. I think what I'm going to do is like a trophy challenge, like what the others do. Or the idea of a build a club challenge is also appealing. Something like picking a club from a second tier or a third tier in one of the other leagues, which is not a 5-star league, and building them up into a Champions League team where I can win titles. That means I have to pick one from one division below, stick with them all the way, get them promoted, and then win the Champions League with them and just keep playing. But there's a long-term save. But those saves are easier than this because this is slightly different because I got to keep moving, right? So I don't have the best players all the time. So you're forced to play with different players all the time. So it's a bit of both, I guess. So which challenge is the best? It depends on what kind of games you want to play. Look at this. We're just all over this team right now. It's 58% possession. They can't get the ball out of their own half. We seem to be going to work against them. Then I have to demand more. Demanding more is not just going to give us goals, right? It's just going to sound like a frustrated child. Look at that, man. Okay, we're going to have this is the only time I want to do team talks. Throw water bottle, I'm not happy. Okay, shout, encourage them. Change the body language straight away. What the hell is the point of doing team talks so you can get that kind of reaction of your players? I'm motivated. Come on. Unmotivated. What's this guy? No, nowadays, what does he say? He's uninspired. Okay. Come on. We'll inspire them, okay? We'll fire them up. No. Oh, that doesn't work. This team is playing quite defensively. If I put these two into the attack, what's gonna happen is slightly different. Okay, wait, hold on. I haven't seen any highlights, right? Okay. Alright, we're gonna do is try something different. Okay, we're gonna work ball into box and low cross. Okay, let's go. You had to get grass over was easy. Year one was favorites. I done Portugal so many times. Portugal is fun for youth development. You get Portugal is the land of new gen. You want to do a save that's I think Portugal is fun, but I've done Portugal many times. I find it's quite straightforward. Because in Portugal, you get a lot. It's a wonderful territory for new gens, right? So you're always going to get super talented players coming through, right? That goes without saying. That is, you will find them there. So the question is got to be, how do you develop your save then from there? No, it's offside. It's offside. There is no way that goal is onside. What a goal! Wait. If that is onside, that's fantastic. Okay, so he took the corner from here, plays it short, and he pushes this guy out of the wing, ends up here, right? Okay, and this cross is played. Oh, this is a perfectly timed run. Oh my goodness. Nice. Brilliant header. Okay, so we're going to take late off. I'll play with FT now. Okay. Oh, then we're going to take off Lima, who's on a yellow, and bring on this guy. Brazil is fun. Yeah, South America is okay. Done South America. Yeah, exactly. Andy, you're right. If you win the Prem, you're one of the best and richest club in the world because eventually you get there anyway, right? But if you are in a top club in Zurich, it's a different story. You still have a long way to go to match the rest. Not bad. We did it. And I find the only way to become the best, like in clubs, like those kind of leagues, right? Zurich and all that, in Portugal and all that. Eventually, is to become a selling club. You start selling players, make money. So then eventually, your stadium gets bigger and bigger. Then you get sponsorship money from your boxers as well. Then you start getting more and more income coming into your club. Right, so I guess that could be a challenge. Right, that could be because we want to make another save the a bit more challenging. I want to do that, right? So what? I'm still toying with the idea of how to do it. I always have this thing in my head that I will call the Maradona. Basically, it's about playing with a classic number 10 and finding a player to turn into the best player ever. Yeah. The problem is, I think it's a good idea. The only challenge with that is finding the number 10. You think you found him, and then after that, what happens when he starts becoming an alcoholic, like my Facundo Gaitan? Remember that? Remember my Maradona from last season? I had my Maradona last season. So excited when he came into the club that I built a tactic entirely around him. The next thing you know, my Maradona decides, he decides that the pubs are a fine place to be at. Such an annoyance. Also disappointed in that save. Okay. It's just I know it's always been in my head as well. To build a tactic around a number 10. Or maybe I should do a different kind of a long-term challenge. Like I don't want to call it a long-term tactical challenge. But I like this idea of a long-term journeyman challenge where we develop our number 10 and we bring him with us everywhere in the world. Winning titles. Around I will call it the Joey challenge. Yeah, we call it the Joey challenge. Right. We bring Joey. That's what I'll do. I'll do a Joey challenge. We find out Joey. And then we build a system around Joey. And then we go on a journey with Joey everywhere. We bring him around the world to accumulate all the trophies that we can accumulate. And then the idea is to get Joey as the Joey. Yeah, man, the Joey challenge. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Joey challenge. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So it's the number of trophies you can get Joey to win. Maybe. I don't know. Have you ever done a save in Ireland? No, I've not. I've not done a save in Ireland. That could be interesting. I've never played in Ireland before. But the Joey challenge can start in Ireland, right? I could be a manager that starts in Ireland. And then the idea is to find a player that is so good in Ireland that he becomes our Joey, our superstar. But then you have to start in a league where there's a potential of unearthing those kind of players. So you can only leave until oh my God, guys, this has to be the greatest goal of all time. And we just scored it when I don't even care about the game anymore. Oh my Lord, this has to be, we have to watch this from here because the pattern started a lot earlier. Watch this, okay? Watch this. This, you have to do this in slow motion. Oh, we can't. So let's watch this, babies. Here we go. Braithwaite plays it out. He's under some pressure. They'll be able to work the ball out. Madison plays it all the way out. And Ridwan reads the danger. He gives it to Lema. They miscontrol the ball. They try to bring it out again. And Joey reads the play again. Divisio plays it out to the Silva. They get into, they confuse the competition completely. Da Silva slides it home. Oh my goodness. This is a great goal. Oh, what a goal. That was orgasmic. Now it is ASMR. What a goal that was, man. Holy cow, that was a hell of a goal. That was such a goal. Why do these kind of goals happen towards the end of the cycle? They make you excited about this game. And then all you think about is this game. Oh my God, why can't I get it? And then after that, when you go into the new game, you're going to try, I want the same kind of goal I scored in the FM21. Why can't I get it in FM22? The Balloon Dior save. Okay, that's another challenge. Yeah, your Balloon Dior challenge to build a player to win the Balloon. I mean, it's easy. Okay, honestly, right? This can't be like a balloon. Okay, Balloon Dior is only given out to a player that scores scores a lot of goals, right? He has to have a high average rating and scores a lot of goals in one calendar year. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Thank you very much, he says. Oh, you sweet, sweet thing, Olympic Marseille. You know, you hammered us the last time, but we're here now. We're taking revenge, babies. Look at this. They thought we were going to be easy cannon fodder because the last time they smashed us around, like, you know. And then look at that. He just went, poop, you sweet baby, you. It's only the 30th minute, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. This is the table, okay? This is the table as it stands. We were rock bottom, but we are coming back. Lehman now throws it to De Silva. He gives it a late. Late hides it on the far post. Groen misses the chance to make it 4. And minus. That's a good player, man. He's a good player. I don't know much. I wouldn't say I know a lot about him, but fantasy draft mode, I sometimes consider signing him as well. So he's not bad. Robertson. Is that Andy the Robertson? Brentwaite. Oh, Joey has a good edge. They play back to the keeper, Roger. When Drongelen, they take it easy. They slide out to the Silver. The Silver gives it to Mina. Mina says, thank you for all the fish. He chips the keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we have finally put 4 past Olympic Marseille, getting revenge on them. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Such an exquisite goal. They just want to bring a smile to the old gaffer's face. Oh, I'm so happy. There I was being depressed and dejected that we were playing so badly. It's a 4th goal, chipping over the keeper. Now we got Roger. Roger gives it to Hadzikonic. He lows long. Da Silva plays it back to Lema. Lema says, hey, take this, Groen. Groen says, okay, we give it to Mina again. Mina goes running. He says, now I'm on my own. I'm wide. I can't do much with the ball. He gives it away to Fone. Fone goes backwards, but this ball comes back to our defenders. Ridwan again to Groen. Ridwan chips one over. It's Mina heading it. Oh, no. This is going to be dangerous for them if they don't clear the ball. Hadzikonic to late. No, Robertson. Andy Robertson is playing for them. He gives the ball to Mina. Groen says, hey, take this silver and make it another one. It's 5. Yeah, minus is good. If you can bring him into your team, that's going to be sweet. Olympic Marseille are just... They can't play it out of their own box against us. We just take the ball off them. Da Silva. What a goal. He's just audaciously scoring right now. Young boys start at the table. Feyenoord, Marseille, and Austria Wien. We have to get ourselves back into this. Okay, we've got a throw in a dangerous area. Our own third. Ridwan. Joey, don't lose the ball there. Ridwan has the ball, brings it forward, takes on 2, creates space. The Silva. Oh no. Lafont is out of position. My goodness, this is a hammering from Feyenoord. We lost to them. Okay, we've been on a really bad run, but we've managed to extricate ourselves from that. And we're back in this. We haven't won a game in like 10 games because we were doing the Mickey Mouse in the last few games. All over this team now. Okay, Lema. Okay, we're going to take Lema off, right? We don't want to get orgasmic about him. Okay. But who can we bring home in his spread? In his apps? Okay, this guy can't tackle. Hefty, what about you? Hefty, I got no choice. Right? Okay, you just go into midfield. What? I've never played in midfield before. I don't care. Just go there. All right. We're gonna give our Lema a break. Otherwise, he's gonna get injured. But I know you're playing as a ball-winning midfielder, idiot. It's not that much more different from what you're doing right now. I mean, imagine the conversation I'm having with the boy as he goes to the pitch. But I've never played in the center of the park. I'm going to concede goals. It's okay. We've already scored 6. We can afford to concede another 4 more. That's actually happened to me before. It's actually happened to me before, right? I was 7 goals up at one point, and I made 2 changes or 3 changes because I was confident that we could hold it. And then I conceded 6. It was epic. Oh boy. Why not Marseille? This is a really, look at this. We almost got kicked out. I mean, almost didn't qualify. This win is important for us. We need to win this to qualify. Uh-oh. There's 5 more goals they need to score. I'm just hoping they don't. There we go. See the difference one man makes? The DRC is not in there. Oh, my Roger is not shouting at me. You know. So guys, when you play Football Manager 22, if I were you, okay, the first thing I'll do when I get Football Manager 22 is import your favorite tactics. The second thing you want to do when you get Football Manager 22 is learn how to use opposition instructions the way, you know, just use them. Oh shit. Okay. Use them. Understand that they will trigger your press now. That's all. Right? They already do right now. I use opposition instructions all the time, right? You guys should know how I use opposition instructions. The way I use opposition instructions in FM21 is exactly the same way I'm going to use opposition instructions in FM22. Okay? It's exactly the same. I'm not going to change it. Because I have this logic. If I want to close down the back line, I put OIs on that back line, right? If I want to put pressure on the back line so that he can't work the ball out, put OI so that it triggers the press. Whenever somebody is near him, it'll trigger the press. So that's how you're going to have to think about it in FM22. Because OIs are just that, right? So look at it. Look, oh my goodness. This is just too easy, man. 7-1. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I streamed it, right? I think it was a few weeks ago. I kind of was 7-0 up and I had to win that 7-6 because we were just conceding goals like that was all tomorrow. Okay, Groen. Don't get too excited. 7-1 over Olympic Marseille. And we now playing, apparently the defender, our fullback, we asked him to play a ball-winning midfielder. He's okay with it now. They don't have Lukaku, they have Lukoki. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh man. De Silva to Mina. Mina plays it to De Silva. It's a 1-2. It's a 1-2. Buckle my shoe. What a goal. Look at the teamwork in my team. They brings a tear to my eye. Look at this growing, right? He plays it to De Silva. De Silva gets it. He says, I'm running. Come on. Mina. Mina takes it. He says, okay. Here's it. Give it back to you. And there we go. It's too good. It's a 10, and 8.9. Oh, come on. We just need we just need this guy to score a goal and we get 3 10s, man, in a row. Okay, Mina, you got to score the next goal. If he scores a goal, he gets a 10 as well. I'll have finished the game with 2 10s. Competitive game. No, now I don't get 2 10s. Hey, I still get 2 10s because they scored a hat trick. Keep it at a 10, son. Keep it at a 10. Okay. Robertson, you're a bloody useless piece of shit. I love the way Madison took control of the ball, right? It's only 110, 19.9. We got to score. They score one more goal, the 10s are disappearing. Come on. Demand more from the boys. Come on, demand more. Not all frustrated and angry. You demanding more from us. We've already scored 8 goals. 9.9. I had the 2 10s. Damn it. Come on, get me the 2 10s. I want my 2 10s. I want my 2 10s. Come on. There we go, Sharon. We got a chance for another 10. Come on. With Sharon out to Divisio. Come on, Groen. You sweet thing, you. Take it down. With Sharon now. Play it into the space. Groen, square. You. He could have squared it. I would have gotten my 2 10s. If he had squared the ball, we would have scored and we would have had our 2 10s, maybe 3. For the first time, I would have achieved the triple 10s. In Football Manager 22, come on. Not since Scramjet, man. It was the last time I had 3 10s in one game was Scramjet. Grow and go. If you had passed the ball to the other guy, would have had 3 10s. I hate this guy. If he had given the ball to Mina, I would have had 3 10s. Damn it. I was so close to 3 10s. He just had to square it. I know the guy wasn't in the right position, but damn it. 9-2. Come on. Give me my 2 10s. Guys, We're almost there. We're almost there. Guys, I didn't get my 3 tens. I only got my 2 tens. I want to cry. That was a great game. 2 tens. Wow. First time, man. I think I need to get 3 tens. 2 tens I've done a few times in Football Manager 22. I have 21. I haven't got 3 tens yet. I wanted 3 tens. Pramod Acharya, how are you doing, man? We just got 2 tens in one game. I wanted 3, but I only got 2. What do I need to do to get 3 tens, man? He got 3 goals. Oh my god, he had 5 goals. This guy scored 5 goals in one game. Holy shit. I mean, seriously. How many goals does one guy score? He scored 5. This guy, only scored 1 goal. Got 8.9. He scored 5 goals to get a 10. He scored a hat-trick to get a 10. 5 goals against Marseille. Marseille playing their 4-2-3-1. They got absolutely destroyed by us. Oh, newspaper ratings, right? Yeah. In FM20, I mean, in FM right now, it's a bit easier to get a 10. It's a bit easier. Essentially, you get a 10 rating for a striker when he scores a hat. Minimum you need is a hat trick, right? Minimum is a hat trick. But sometimes even a hat trick only gets you 3, 9.9 or 9.8. 4 goals guaranteed guaranteed a 10. But if it's like a scoreline like 4-3, you can still see him getting a 10. But he might drop to a 9.9. But it's been okay. All right, so we won a few games. Feyenoord slowly. Look at this, the collapse of Feyenoord. I could be out of a job. But you have to do the great comeback. No. When Liverpool had Balotelli, I managed to get 7 goals in one game with him, but it was a cup game against easy opponents. Hey, we just beat Marseille, maybe. We're back in this. We need to qualify, right? So our last game is going to be against Young Boys. Young Boys, be free tonight. We have to beat Young Boys. They only lost once. They drawn once to Marseille. They beaten us a few times. Now I have to accept Marseille will beat Austria Wien. They haven't won a single game. They've drawn twice. They drew against us and Marseille. And they also beat us. No, they lost to us, right? Yeah, they lost to us 5-1. So we've only beaten 2 teams. We've beaten Marseille and Austria Wien. Wow, it was stupid. This was a dumb loss. We lost to Marseille and Young Boys. Now we got our revenge. Ask Da Silva. Go and talk to him. Make him happy. Thank you. Right. The big game now. Ajax against us. Revenge. We want revenge. Lema, Ridwan, this video. Basically, we're going to keep the same fellas. Defenders, maybe I can play somebody else. Normally, I like to play him, but I need to play with good first touch. It's okay. He's still learning. We'll give the youngster who's still learning a chance to play, I guess. All right. Fazilic, we'll put him in instead of this Joker. All right, and we got options. We got Mina, Groen, and yep. All right, let's go, boys. We're playing the Giants there, Ajax, top of the table. We need to get a result here, man. We need to get a result here. Ajax are playing a 4-2-3-1. Okay. Here we go. Let's encourage the boys out of the gate and see. They already got Ozan Kabak and a yellow card. That's good news. 2 minutes in and Ozan Kabak is feeling the pressure. And there we are. Let's not look at the table. It's going to depress me. Hey, visualizer is fine. Yeah, there we go. So Ajax seem to have, Ajax is controlling the ball, man. Joey gets in the way of the strike, so we're defending. Ridwan has picked up a yellow card already. Joey is stringing some passes from the back. I'm hoping that we have a good game. Mina has been playing one too many games, I think. He's getting tired. But I tell you something, right, Andy, I think Vinnie Jones was one of my favorite players of all time. Because there was something about his personality when he took to the pitch, right? It just this no-nonsense personality. I absolutely enjoyed every moment watching Vinnie Jones. And as a Liverpool fan, I hated playing the Dons when he was playing. Because it was like, you got Vinnie Jones just chopping everybody. We had our own kind of Vinnie Jones, but he wasn't as close to Vinnie Jones as you could get. For me, he was one of my all-time favorites. So far, Ajax 0, Feyenoord 0. So we can't say much now, right? Mina with Sharon, yeah, I think we're going to have to take... Mina is just too tired, right? Way too tired. And Gravenberch gives Ajax the goal. Just disappointed now. That we're a goal behind off a corner. Okay. Just let the first half end. You gotta put on with Sharon. Mina is just tired. Gonna try and drop this, go hit early instead. Looked up some vids of him playing when he was younger, played in Norway or something. Yeah, Vinnie Jones is it wasn't a bad player. He was actually, people remember him from being the hard man, right? And then after that, we've got Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrel. And all the other shows that Vinnie Jones was. I mean, seriously, I love the fact that he translated that personality into the silver screen as well. It's just one of my favorites. I just like footballers with personality. Like, we got Vinnie Jones, we got Eric Cantona, got George Best, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I just love them because they have this personality that you just take notice of them immediately. We're 1-0 down. Not playing too well. Hazik Kunich to late. Late with the ball. Oh man, come on, don't lose the ball there. Late. Just gave up the ball. Newcastle take, oh man, aren't you tempted to screw it? Yeah, who isn't tempted? But I'm not going to do a Newcastle save, man. No way. No way. I'm not touching Newcastle with a 10-foot pole. Roy Keane. Pramod, you're absolutely right. You can always count on a fight when Roy Keane was on the pitch if Liverpool is playing United. But it's not just that. But the thing is, if I were to compare Roy Keane and Vinnie Jones, right? Vinnie Jones had attitude. Roy Keane just had bad temper. Okay. Roy Keane didn't strike me as a strut around, with an attitude, right? Vinnie Jones had this on him, it was like, you wanna come near me? Come near me. See what I do to you. I think, man, if I was playing football and Vinnie Jones was in front of me, I'd just give him the ball and run away. That's me. Roy Keane, I don't think I feel that way. Yeah. Vinnie Jones just scares the shit out of me. Oh no, they scored another one. This is definitely a good goal. But it's always offside. Was he really offside? I don't think so. Oh, it's good to be allowed. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We lost to Feyenoord. We lost to Ajax. Yeah, it's okay. It's a difficult loss. It's a difficult loss to take. We got Emin. I like to call it Eminem. Okay, we're gonna play this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have videos out for you when FM22 releases, right? So definitely working. I'm writing some of the stuff down as well. I think I'm working on my book as well for FM22. So gonna basically be looking at the new roles, or rather role combinations in general for the game. I'm not even bothering with who should be playing this game. I'm just auto picking, which is usually a recipe for disaster. But yeah, which I think I shouldn't do that. I think we actually should find somebody, because this guy can't tackle to save his life. Vizio is tired. If I use him, we'll have a problem. So I'm just gonna play, I don't know, man. These two guys aren't. Lema isn't pass vision. Is passing vision decisions. Doesn't have flair. That's the only downside. Okay. I would have loved to face off against Phil Jones and Roy Keane. Who wouldn't, right? I mean, like, getting a chance to play against them is something else. But the thing is, imagine Vinnie Jones. If you were playing as a fullback, or rather a central midfielder attacking, and you got Vinnie Jones coming at you, or you try to do a tackle of Vinnie Jones. Like, can you imagine this, right? Because I played against a guy who was a real bone cruncher before, right? When I was younger. So, he would always tell me that, look, if you try and tackle me, right, don't cry if your leg breaks. He used to tell me that all the time. So one day I actually went sliding in on him, right? And I swear to God, my shin hurt for a month. And he just carried on like nothing happened to him. So I think some of these characters like Vinnie Jones and the rest, they just have this, there's something about their physiology you don't want to come close to. Because I was wearing shin pads as well, right? So I was like, holy crap, that hurt. But he was my friend. He was a defender, right? So he was tough as nails. Not particularly tall, but hell, man, when he goes into a tackle, somebody's leg is gonna break. And he never wore shin pads. Okay, we are off to a great start against Da Silva with another goal. Okay, let's go, boys. You want to be crippled, but you hold my own. Yeah, it was okay. How do you hold your own after you get crippled? I'm more like, I get crippled, I'm gonna start crying, man. I'm like, oh god. Yeah, I tried to tackle Vinnie Jones. It didn't last long. But he's such a character, man. Wimbledon. Back in the days, right? They actually played some really good football. A lot of people seem to think they were just a bunch of footballers who just hoof the ball, but there was some football there to be enjoyed. And no serious team wanted to face them and go like, we're gonna get away with it today. They were good. A lot of respect for Wimbledon back in the day. Lema Da Silva plays it back to Hefty. Hefty is the fullback playing as a libero right now. Fazlik to Visharan, taking over from Mina, who's a bit tired, gets into the box. This is excuse me guys, this is the diving expedition today. We are at home giving our fans a lesson in how to dive in the box. We've done it 3 times already. So we've had 2 no penalties and 1 penalty. The boys are obviously trying their best to, get the referee to show the decision. So we managed to win 1. We just keep doing it. Okay, we got a free kick, taken shot. What a rocket from Lema is so good, the graphics got screwed. It's so good, even the graphics shook, man. Conrad Lema's name appeared twice. What a goal. What a goal. Okay, we now have, maybe I should think about that short free kick routine, right? Put the guy with a really rocket long shot to take it. Okay, Lema is we gotta think about resting players, but my team doesn't have that much depth for me to go around for me to get that luxury. Yeah, we can substitute him, but who do we bring on? Well, we can play him. Okay, well, what we'll do is we will go to about. Or you give Robbie Thompson a chance, right? With 2-0 up. We can bring Robbie Thompson on, but Robbie Thompson doesn't have any bravery. His tackling is a bit okay. We give 60 minutes and then we'll do it. And done. So we're going to bring Robbie Thompson on next. Da Silva out to late to Robbie Thompson. Plays a simple pass to Colina. Hefty, the libero, Robbie Thompson. Fazli goes wide to Ridwan. Ridwan is a bit tired. Plays it back to Robbie Thompson. He doesn't want to take a responsibility for the ball. Hefty now with the ball. And there's my sexy wife. Hello, darling. How are you doing? And she sticks her tongue out and walks out of the room. Joss. My wife probably thinks that we one of my quirky senses of humor right now, right? Oh man. Yeah, you're very interested in doing the Newcastle thing. Well, you know, to each his own, right? There should be an instruction to dive in FM22. I mean, there's an instruction to dive. There's already a player trait called dive in the game. It's called likes to bend the rules. You know that, right? That's one, right? So you find occasionally some players doing that. Oh my God, everybody's not defending this. So sweet. Oh my God, the keeper is going, what is wrong with my boys? Set pieces, 100% something wrong with set pieces. I'm so lazy with set pieces, right? Because I can't stand this part of the game. Okay, guarantee what's happened is this, right? So I was attacking the corner, right? Okay. One of these guys is taking the guy. Anyway, there we go. That was a mistake. Okay. See, 2 takers, 2 wing backs. The moment the corner is taken, the fella started running back. This we should put him here. Put you here. Take one of you out. Put him. I don't know where we're gonna put you. Put you here then. Okay, done. All right. We shouldn't have conceded. Oh, we didn't concede. Okay, good. Joss. Where's the warning bell, man, for me? Thompson. Oh, Ridwan with a rocket. It's 3-0, guys. It's 3-0. The boys are back. I think we are doing okay now. We are slowly getting ourselves out of this rut that we've put ourselves in. We got to get a top 5 finish at least end of the season. Otherwise, I won't be happy. And then FM22 is around the corner. So c'est la vie to the safe. We didn't manage to achieve the challenge because I took too long playing this safe. We've already won the Champions League on FM22, right? So I don't feel so bad. We had a Sporting save. We had the other saves. There were so many saves we've done so far. Okay. All right. So it's 3-0. And guys, look at this story here. And this story here. Okay, one Ajax defeat, but look at the comeback, man. This is what I call Football Manager, right? This is Football Manager for you, right? Football Manager and this random love for your saves. Sometimes you could wake up one fine day, start the game, and you go on a winning streak. And another day, same tactic, you can start the game and you can go on a losing streak. So we didn't want to get too affected by it. We managed to get some big wins. We scored 14 goals in the Europa Cups and then came back and kept a clean sheet in every single one of our league matches, bar one against Ajax. But other than that, we were totally dominant in all the other matches. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I will be releasing a few videos when FM22 rolls around the corner. I have plans to do one on the features that I like for FM22. I have another video that I plan to do where I explain what a pendulum attack is. And then on another video, I will be looking at the white center back. So all those 3 videos are coming. I've decided what the content is going to be. I'm also toying with the idea of doing another one for FM22, but the data hub, I'm not too sure yet. Because probably there's going to be a lot of people talking about the data hub, so I probably want to avoid that. I might do a video on the things I don't like about FM22 instead, right? So I've got a lot of things that I like and some stuff I might want to talk about. As in features I don't really like about Football Manager. Things like recruitment meetings, how I dislike them. Yeah, but then it's so negative. So I don't know. I don't like to add negativity into anything, because then negativity just breeds more negativity, and then after that, the next thing you know, you go and talk to your wife negatively, and then your wife starts wondering whether you're doing the right thing or not. So I don't want to do that. So yes, I want to thank you for popping into this show. Let me know how I can help. For those guys on Discord, yes, a new book is coming, so don't miss that. We will be releasing the book very close to the beta. I just need to clarify one or two things before I release the book. So I can't release it on the day of the beta, but I will have to, once the main changes to the engine are locked down and main changes to the roles are locked down, then I can start, fine-tuning the book and release it. So the book is usually out a few weeks after the beta. I need to confirm certain things. So if that is confirmed, then yes, the book comes out too, and it's going to look at all the roles as well. There's going to be an entire... Man, the work on the combinations, I've got combinations work on the book as well. The combinations that work really well with the white centre back. But don't worry, for those guys who are not supporting me, on Patreon or on YouTube or whatever, there's going to be a video coming out which talks about combinations as well. So yeah, you won't worry, you don't miss out on much. So I thank everybody for coming today. You guys stay safe, take care. I'll